Horror, if you'll forgive the pun, has been done to death in video games. Plenty of digital shockers have had us leaping out of our seats in the past. Series like Konami's Silent Hill and Capcom's Resident Evil have, over many years, refined the complex combination of cinematic suspense and real-time action to create genuinely terrifying interactive entertainment. Taken from small screen to big and reinterpreted by the haunted house of Hollywood, the results have certainly been unsettling, but not necessarily in a good way. But other creative media still have plenty to offer gaming, of course, as we've seen in recent episodes. One man who straddles the multimedia beast is Clive Barker. The British horror man's warped mind has most famously created Pinhead in Hellraiser, a film he both wrote and directed. And his taste for the visually grotesque has been channeled into a successful sideline as an artist. But he's most prolific as a best-selling horror novelist, producing countless short stories, novels, plays and a comic series. One thing Clive Barker doesn't do is play video games. Yet Clive Barker's Jericho, the PS3, 360 and PC Scare 'em Up is the second published title to bear his name. So what does the man have to offer gaming other than a recognisable identity to cash in? A hell of a lot, it seems.
You put a lot of work into these things. Yeah. Yes, you get paid well for it, but actually, there's a lot of things I could do which would actually make me a lot of money a lot quicker. I have a sense that games can be something marvelous. And sometimes are something marvelous.
Jericho is every inch the Clive Barker game. It revolves around a force of 7 super soldiers, each possessing paranormal powers, sent to investigate the mystery of God's firstborn. Okay, so it's just plain silly like most fantasy horror propositions, but the devil is in the detail, and it's an idea that was only ever going to become a game.
It was an idea that seemed, ideas come along, and who knows why ideas come along and where they come from, but here was an idea which really wanted to be a game. It didn't want to be a novel. It didn't want to be a short story or a comic book. It really felt like a game.
And so, from that point on, Barker demanded complete creative control, something he didn't have with the 2001 shooter Undying, which also bore his name. So he made sure as hell that Jericho developer Mercury Steam knew all about it.
I'm sure I'm a pain in the ass, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm a difficult man to please. In March of last year, I got a version of the game with the music on. Music that I'd never heard before or been asked to hear or whatever, and I went apeshit. I crawled up the wall. It was like, music is such an important part of this. And I said to Barry, I said, this is like going back to, gay disco in 1982. Clive has his name on this, and Clive is very proud of this, intends to be very proud of this, and he'll do whatever he needs to do to make sure he is. And if that means I'll be a pain in the ass, live with it, bitch.
So Barker scrapped the lot and brought in God of War composer Chris Velasco to score. And that was just the tip of the iceberg.
We're looking at this thing, and I said, God, this is perfect. Except for one thing. Nobody blinks. He said, yes, they do. I said, nobody blinks. For 15 and a half hours, nobody blinks. There was a doll-like quality to the characters that we couldn't figure out. Why weren't they coming to life? You put the blink in, and there they were. We were that close to getting it right. Make them fucking blink,
Poor old Henrik.
As you say, he's not a gamer. So creating any gameplay is complicated. You need to understand tons of micro things, you know. So basically, this is our job. Basically, what his suggestions are more about how this area have to feel, how the enemies have to look, on what's the generic behavior of the enemies. So basically, it's about the high-level things he expressed and our expertise to make this happen.
So, Clive's difficult to please, right?
Yes, extremely. Extremely.
Ooh, raw nerve. Still, he's happy now.
I have nothing but bloody admiration and love for these people. I may have been an asshole, but I was an asshole, I hope, for the right reasons. Because, yes, my name's on it, but in a sense, all our names are on it.
And all this effort hasn't gone to waste. Jericho scared a commendable 7 out of 10 from Kristen, who suggested from behind his sofa that it's definitely one all horror fans should check out. And having channeled his creative energies into the project, Barker is now on board the Gaming Express.
Jonesy, you okay?
I have huge faith in what this medium can be. And I'd like to be a piece of that, the history of that medium. You know, I mean, I doubt I will see out its full glory. You know, I mean, it's a garden. It's going to take a long, long time to grow. But it's got to be about a commitment that you feel towards the human beings in the narrative. Or why not the dogs in the narrative? If you're going to spend 15.5 fucking hours with a bunch of characters, then, damn it all, you should feel something.
And that, you won't be surprised to learn, means a sequel to Jericho is already dragging its bloody limbs into existence.
You know, it starts on an aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean. I'm trying to be coy here. With 666 children in the hold.
Hello? Is that the Daily Mail? Got a story for you.